Welcome to Lesson 7, Creating Your First Flow. In this lesson, we will focus on understanding the workspace, creating a flow to run a preset, basics of JSON formatted objects, and adding controls to the dashboard. To start creating our first flow, let's head over to the Node Creator tab on the left menu on our on-premise processor. The editor window consists of 4 components. The header at the top, containing the Deploy button and main menu. The palette on the left consists of the available nodes to use. The main workspace in the middle where flows are created. And the sidebar on the right. Start by clicking and dragging the blue Inject node from our palette onto our workspace. Let's also do this with the green Debug node. Now click and drag a line between the 2 nodes. This simple flow will send a timestamp number through the wire out to a debug. Let's open the console on the right menu. You will notice the blue Deploy button is now blue. In order for the flow to run in real time, we will need to click and deploy the flow. Once deployed, we can click the blue Inject node and see the results appear in the debug window. Let's now modify this flow to run a preset on our processor. If you scroll down on the palette, you will see a set of flexible vision nodes. Click and drag the preset node on top of the wire. Double-click the newly added node and let's configure it. This configuration will only need to be done once. Future uses of this node will use these newly added configuration settings. The workstation name is a unique name that is added to the image metadata. This name is useful when filtering data in the cloud to know the station where these results came from. Username is admin. Password is FV on-prem. And the IP address is 172.17.0.1. Click Add, then Deploy. We can now open the node to select the preset we would like to run. In this case, we will be using preset number 2. Let's click Deploy one more time and test out the flow. You can see the results appear in the console window. Let's review these results. The data is displayed in JSON format, a text-based format for representing structured data. This format allows data to be nested in a tree structure and allows users to pull as much or as little of the data that they are looking for. The results consist of a variety of information, including camera settings used, image size, model name and version, processing times, quantity of items found, pass-fail details, locations of each item, the image in a base64 format, and much more. In this demonstration, we will want to pull out the name of the item found. To do this, we will click on the small arrow next to the item of interest. This will copy the path of the variable. To output just the variable of interest, I will paste the path into a new debug node. Click Deploy and run the flow. Now we can see 2 results. The first is the original message, and the second is the new message with just the word connector. Clicking the flag on the side of the debug node will silence its messages. Now I will only see the debug of interest. Now that we have a few basics under our belt, let's start customizing our dashboard. To start, I want to move our customizable area up to the very top of my dashboard so it is easily viewable to the operator. To do this, just drag and drop this item onto the predefined boxes on the page. Now let's head back over to Node Creator to add some tools to this area. Scroll down to the bottom of the palette and you will see a large list of dashboard nodes. Let's add a button and a text box. I'm also going to add a new node type called a change node. This node will allow me to pull out just the variable name instead of the entire object. I will overwrite the payload with just the name of the item found. After stringing these nodes together, I will need to customize the button and text box information. Double-click the node and give your button a unique name. In this menu, you could change the size, text color, box color, location on the page, and more. I will keep the settings default for this demo. Let's do the same for the text box as well. With this modified flow, I will expect an operator to click the button on the dashboard and see the results of the item the camera found. Let's clean up some unneeded nodes and test it out. We can now see our dashboard has our new button and text box showing. After clicking our new button, we can see the camera took an image and is displaying its results within the newly added text box. This concludes our Node Creator training module. Thanks for following along. Please join me in the next lesson where we will explore and create post-inspection programs.